Hello! How's everybody doing? We have a new update today. It's American and it launched on the 4th of July. I actually should have seen this coming, but I didn't. Now, apparently a lot of the other people did know, but that's because they're a part of the content creator program that the BeamNG devs run. I think I've applied for that twice now and been rejected both times, even though I'm eligible. So, I'm going to be heavily critical of this update that we've seen. The first thing I'm going to address is the elephant in the room. Is it this? Yeah, here we go. All vehicle updates, all content updates, no real fixes. Do you know what we also didn't get? A new tire model. We're still running janky old tires. Now, I very specifically want to check out that tire. Hey, Benjamin gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much. That goes to Pat, Andy Gaming, Zero, Jordan, again, Zayas Potyondi. Hope you guys enjoy that. Started spamming cheese earlier and people started spamming. Yeah. Cool. But yeah, so we have new vehicles. The first and really biggest one is a minivan. Wow, that's really getting my loins wet here. Let's bring out the default one first, because that's the best foot they put forward for a regular vehicle. Just some car. Past my bedtime? Yes, it is 1 a.m. So in here, got all your radiator, all that. Then we have a 4-cylinder. Now, I think it said that this had a 4, a 6, and an 8. That is an inline. Is that turbo? The exhaust is coming around here a lot. No? Okay. Exhaust just runs over the transmission. I don't think I've personally ever seen that, but I'm not going to say that that doesn't exist. I see also a design flaw. It's running very close to a thermostat. Like, I'm guessing the thermostat is probably there. No, I think the thermostat is there. But either way, being right next to the exhaust like that, there's a design flaw. If it was real, obviously. I'm 17, Mum let me use the van tonight, kind of so. Yeah. I kind of see minivans as the new shaggin' wagon that you used to have in like the 70s, or that 70s show. Time to give it a Hellcat engine. I'm a little disappointed that once again, like they're going for American, but these are Germans trying to give American cars. Hey, yo, you made it fun? Welcome, Mr. McCool Nerd. Fantastic name, love it actually. Very ironic. So we once again end up with another transversely mounted, boring modern car. Now, a lot of people like minivans. I personally don't. Whoa, silly camera stuff. This is just a front-wheel drive version. What do we got here for the suspension? Is it more wacky stuff that's not normal? That's just some McPherson strut. Okay, or McPherson, however it's said, I'm not sure. Then a solid axle. Interesting. Huh. Swing arm? So, sorry, trailing arm? Interesting choice. Makes it easier to fit other suspension in there because it's already opening up the room, which gives law reasons as to why that would be there. A lot of cars that are just front-wheel drive have, like, usually the tire well in between the 2 rear tires, just because then you have more boot space if you put it there. But if you do that, then you can't really put a rear axle in there. So that kind of works into a bit of the lore of it. Let's, though, however, get into these doors. As we could see, it opens. I mean, that was meant to be a joke, but the door didn't actually open properly. What the hell's going on there? Why is the door not open? I think the door is... Yep, that side works properly. So, straight out the gate, door is not working properly. Hey, let's swap it. Say cheese. So yes, obviously the thing that we have is a lift tailgate. Look at that. Fantastic. Oh, it's got the little hydraulic rams and everything. Oh. They made it like I would make it, which is lazy. So you notice that this is stretched. If we bring this back down... Okay, so I have to close it from up here again, do I? Can I... Okay, good. Notice that goes back to like a normal shape. So, what they've done is they have like probably a node right here. Let me guess, a node right there. Yes. The next thing is this end will have a node. Yes, perfectly right there. Then what they do is they say, hey, can you just stretch this flex body in between the two things? Come on. There's better ways of doing that. What you probably should have done is created a slide node and then the node not go any longer than what it should be, and then inversely the other way around. That way they'll slide over each other. Kind of looks sexual, but you get the idea. So then that wouldn't have to warp like that. Now, I would do it that way. But these are devs. Though I have noticed that flops around. Ooh, interesting. Okay, they got something interesting in there. Does that mean that I can just... Yep, okay. So we can close with that. Okay. The thing that we're really here for. The moving steering... No, I'm joking. Okay. Sliding doors. I know basically what they would do to make it work, but still it's pretty cool that they do it. One thing that I read up on recently is the fact that slide nodes don't have to be... the rail that slide nodes go on, which is what I was talking about. A lot of suspension components work on it. Don't have to be in a straight line. So I'm guessing what happens is there's like a track of like nodes, probably in here and up there, I'm not sure. And then what it does first is pop it out a little bit, and then the rail goes that way. So no new technology in here, just utilizing it in a new way. Cool. Now, there are other vans in here. Did they never have these sliding doors? Because I only just read it like moments ago. I didn't know this mod was coming. Oh, this update, sorry, was coming. I see no sliding doors here. That's not a sliding door, is it? It's just an opening door? Yep, that's just an opening door. Okay. Well, there we go. We have the other side, sliding door on both. Not all minivans have doors on both sides. I wonder if that being open now will make this open a little bit better. Okay, it's broken even more. Refresh that. And yeah, this like won't open properly. Oh no, there we go, now it opens. Oh, okay. I just bent something and now it works. No, actually, they had a straight rail of nodes with a rotating triangle bit, not a curved rail. Oh, interesting. That seems like a silly way of doing it. I suppose it's not that bad, though. Let's actually have a look at that. Let's see how that works. Where is this rotaty bit that you talk of? I see it going along a rail. I think you're wrong. Because it goes from here across here. That is literally a not straight rail. Same thing down there. Yep, that's curved rail. Sorry, Agent Y, you are a very smart person and know a lot more than I do, but unless there's something more hidden, that's how it works. Is the van on an uneven surface? That van be the problem? What? I mean, it's a very flat surface. That wouldn't jam this door from opening normally on its own. Did you see my Gambler 500 car on Discord? Probably not. I've been very busy making mods. I actually started updating a couple of minutes before I went live with the countdown. Then I realized, whoops, probably should have waited for the car to finish first. So the car literally finished updating, update finished happening completely. Me getting into the game and everything. Probably about like a minute and a half to spare. That was pretty tight. Let's have a look at tires. Have they changed anything? Nope. Tires still have dead straight sidewalls. I didn't see anything saying that there was an update to tires. No update to aero. Seemingly no performance updates, but hopefully it's gotten a little bit better. The update fixed the Grand Marshal windshield problem. I very rarely use the Grand Marshal, so I don't know which windshield problem you're talking about. Apparently there are a few little things that they do. Panels collide with it, causing stress. Hey Phil, how's it going, man? I'm pretty hyped to check out the new update later today. Love me some crappy 90s minivan. That's Vens, everybody! Another YouTuber that does automation stuff, but still BeamNG stuff as well. As in automation to BeamNG. The updated tire sounds? Wait, really? Which one are we looking for? This one. Added new asphalt skid sounds, tires near silent... Sorry. Fixed near silent bypass shocks. Not sure what that means. Improved and added new interior sounds for greater variety. I'd heard that one was coming. Setup sounds for Soliad Landside, sure. Setup sounds for Gambler 500 vehicles. Okay. Let's give this one a bit of a try. We are on dirt, so I'm not expecting a huge amount. You're asking me to do a lot. I have been very busy, and I take my free time very seriously. I spend probably 50% of my time responding to comments, now doing a lot more to do with fixing mods, doing more posts on Twitter, doing more posts here on YouTube, like image posts talking about mod workings. So less time to spend on Discord. Saw it in the movie vid, so I'm not all smug. I knew that. Knew what? What are we talking about? You know, it's okay. Let's try a bigger variant. We do have the severe off-road. We have a security, mall security. Love the look. 2.2 as opposed to a 2.5, so it is smaller. We have a drag version, V8 tuned version. We have rally. Well, we are on dirt. Before we change to another map, we'll do that. Let's pause the music. Make sure that we got the audio turned up, which we do. This thing is just quiet. What engine does this have? Should be a 2-liter 4-cylinder. Approximately. That's a big turbo. And that's probably not where you would put the air filter on an actual professional rally car. Also, depending on the level of rally, you probably want to do a better manifold than that, to be honest. Though, Manifold's kinda overhyped a little bit, unless you're going for like completely ballistic power. You like Chernobyl? The place in Ukraine? Yeah, a country that's being screwed over by its neighbor, who's a murdering psychopath? Already has a V8 option? Apparently it does. You know, this actually feels pretty good. It is a little top heavy though, as we've just seen. And my frame rate died whilst I was rolling. Jesus. Let's take it out to the track. Over rev risk. Have I broken it? Oh, come on. So apparently there's also something about like a lot more crash welding happening with this vehicle. I'm not a big fan of using AI in BeamNG. It's very laggy and not very good. So I'm going to leave that for another time. I'm about this close to having a second PC built up as a streaming PC. At that point, then I'll be able to do a lot more testing like that. I showed you the weird reflections on... Oh, okay. Need tank engine in the back. I could see that being useful. Would I do it? Eh, probably not. Or at least, not a tank engine. Sorry, Phil, my power got knocked down, but I came back quick. No need to rush. We're just faffing about. Can you code a new AI for Beam Phil? Hell no! I do not know enough about Lure. That front bumper seems to come off way too easily. It's a rally car, it shouldn't. Also, is that front intercooler already damaged? That seems like a design flaw. Fuck you, BeamNG. So not only does this bumper come off on the rally vehicle, but the intercooler is really low and easy to damage. Genius. I hope to God this is either like not actually a vehicle used in rally and like their head cannon sort of thing, or it was like one of those failed projects that never worked quite right. Is it me or is the front tire bigger? No, maybe it was just the way it was sitting. Well, you notice that it's my birthday tomorrow. Redneck Farms! Happy birthday for tomorrow. Yeah, this looks like a home-built rally car, not official one, lol. Yeah. I mean, it's got a very expensive livery. So, I'd say that it was funded by somebody, which means that it was probably also built by a reputable company, and no rally person, like, they have a bash plate. They have the bash plate. But yet they just went, you know what? The intercooler could just kind of stick out there. Genius. There's already been other vans that I could have stuck engines in the back of. It's something I've been thinking about doing previously. We may get around to it one day. Probably wouldn't do it to this one. I probably would do it to the other van. Much like the Top Gear episode, which I thought was pretty good. Like this one. Let's have a look at different configs. Are they all V6s and i4s, except for the one V8? But it's a 4.4 liter V8. So where would they get that from? Would it be like a Civetta engine? I think the biggest Civetta V8 is 3.9 liters. So I wonder what this engine is meant to be. It is a transversely mounted engine. I suppose there is a 4.5 from Gavril. I'm not sure. I wonder what the Soliad has as a V8. Maybe it's the other Soliad Wendover's V8. Very, very inefficient exhaust pipes. Very BeamNG-esque. Very Soliad as well. Ah, it's got a big supercharger on there. Let's bring out the other Wendover. I don't even need to. It has the 4.4 liter in there. Okay, there we go. It's from the ETK cars? I think you'll find that that's probably from the Soliad Wendover. You know what? We'll bring it out anyway. 4400. There we go. Grab you out. Do your weird frontward sliding poppy bonnet. Come on. Ah. So, let's check the model. The runners on there. And the exhaust goes the same way. Exactly the same way. And supercharger is very weird like that one too. Let's check the ETK version, which I believe there is one in the K series. There we go. That one's got one, right? Let's go with that. That's alright, Craft Gamer. If I ever have time, I will let you know. Yeah, no, that is not the engine from here. That is a very different engine. Nice thought, though. I've not actually used the V8 version, so I might do some faffing about with that one day. Though it does say that it is also a 4.4 liter, so I could see why the confusion would be there. But it makes more sense that a Soliad engine would end up in a Soliad. Let's go to a normal map. We may come back to this later. USA? Sure. Are we talking about the bonnet of the Soliad Wendover? Yeah, it's a weird design. The model for the V8 is same as in the Wendover, but the sound of the engine is the same as the ETK. Oh, interesting. Mouillet said that the landslide is based on the Wendover platform. Lansdale. I haven't checked out his video yet, and I won't do it on stream because that's a bit of a dick move. The Gridmap V2 gets slightly updated? I don't know. I didn't see anything about that in the patch notes. Fix mapping on column shifter. Added missions. Oh yeah, there was that. That is the patch notes and that is the blog notes. Yeah. Alright, let's try out... I want to try out the V8 version. Then we'll try the race version as well. Let's actually listen to these sounds though. I want to actually find that out. It is a different sound. That sounds very American. That does sound very different. Though keep in mind, I believe all the sounds are the same. They're just processed in different ways by the way they're set up in the J-beam. But I will be interested to hear if it is... That is a turbo version. I don't want a turbo version. Oh, induction type AA. Oh, so TT doesn't actually mean twin turbo. Okay. Similar. Very similar. They are very similar. How do I... There is a list in the actual game files. Let me quickly bring up a vehicle, and then I'll show you the sounds. Unless it's a flat plane. Oh, you know what? Actually, I could just look it up this way. So we have the Wendover, which I believe is under W for Wendover, not Soliad. Then this one will be in the Lansdale folder. Just a little bit of back-end looking up. Doesn't hurt too much. The more you know, the more you're going to be able to mod more efficiently. Or effectively is probably a better word there. Engine, V8. Let's see what we got here. This is the Wendover V8. Power numbers are exactly the same. Wendover engine V8. Lansdale. Okay, cool. The sound here. Sound V8 cross. Okay, so it is a normal one. V8 cross engine. Ah, it is a different one. Okay, so the sample is actually a different sample. Is it, however, the sample from the ETK 800? We're now going to go check that and be very sure about that. I like to be anal retentive. Check Discord DMs. I sent proof that the doors are on rotating triangles. It's just hidden by the interior panel mesh. Let's have a look. Oh. It still runs on a rail that is curved, though. That's the exhaust. I opened the wrong thing. Yep, I did that wrong. Wait, is the V8 not in here? Is it in common? I always struggle to find common for some reason on the file list. ETK mechanical, engine, V8, petrol. Could you put 2 diesel engines in the new van? I am not that enthused about the engine. Power curve is very different. And hey, it does run the same engine sample sound. Okay. So, that clears that up. It has the same power numbers pretty much exactly. Maybe it has different engine modifications available, I'm not sure. Interesting. I want to check out this door thing again. I'm intrigued. So, I'm guessing what they were looking at was this right here. I get the feeling that might hold an ancillary thing. Is it there? It's hard to tell. There we go. I think... how does that work? That is a lot of slide nodes. Even this moves on an inwards rail. I'm guessing what they had problems with is getting that rear door to pop out. So this is probably some sort of hydraulic setup to pop it first and then move it. It's an interesting setup. Don't know. Because I do know that getting doors to open on sliding doors is generally an engineering problem. Or at least was previously. And then people would copyright how they would do it, and then nobody else would do it. Chevy 10-liter? Sure, okay. That's a real thing that it needs, yep. I'm not saying it's not real, I'm saying that, yeah. Out of all of the things, that's what it needs. Damn it, wrong thing. Ah, here we go. All of the cars are starting to blend together in my head. We're gonna drive this around, then drive that around a little bit on the racetrack, and then do the drag one. Oh, very, very laggy. Lots of peak power. Not a great suspension setup, I'm gonna be honest. Oh dear. L? I'm confused. I don't know what that's meant to mean. Is that meant to be an emoji that didn't come up? The van needs an F1 engine? Oh, good thinking. That I would be interested in doing. Like the old Renault Espace. That's what did it, right? It was a Renault Espace? I can't remember. I'm not much of a minivan person, so I don't know much, but I do know about that one. That's a good idea. It's very tall, it's very heavy, but it could fit, and all I'd have to do is make that really god-awful body kit that also looks really awesome. Renault Space, is that what it's called? I think it's from the V12 era? I'm not entirely sure. It would be a pain that you take one of my crafty game, but please stop. Let's close that, close that, close that, close that. I've apparently got that open twice. Let's go into here and F1 minivan. E-Space. Okay, then. So it's not a Renault Espace, it's a Renault E-Space. Wait, they did a concept car for a new one? Oh, please. Please. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks to be a V8. I could be wrong. And that's suspension. There's seemingly no better pictures here. So, I did see pushrod. There are a few vehicles in here that already have pushrod, so I reckon I could utilize that. Time to start making engine in automation then. I probably won't make it in automation, to be honest. This thing is really slow off the line, by the way. Full throttle, that is. Very peaky power band. Very much like a turbocharger and not very much like a supercharger, so... little... annoyed at that? I don't know, maybe they've done other things. Let's bring out the torque graph. These brakes suck, by the way. That's the wrong thing to do. Torque graph. Very peaky. Doesn't really feel like a normal supercharger. 665 horsepower. And nearly 1,000 newton meters of torque. That's a lot of torque. Considering a normal V8 will have about like 4, 5, maybe 600, depending. It does weigh 2 tons, so that might be part of the reason why it's still not blisteringly fast, even though the engine is pumping out so much power. It was a V10? Okay, then. Bro, I can't wait for the ETK S series revamp. Cool. Also don't care about the ETK that much, at least. So I have for this update that I just did a full-on evil villain laugh. I'm kind of blasé on it. This front bumper, goddamn! Bumpers on this thing tend to pop off super easy. This does feel fun to drive, though. I will give it that. It's also only got 4 seats in here. It doesn't have the rear seats. Oh dear! Oh wow, that bent the entire body and broke the suspension on the other side. Yeah, this thing really does need its clutch dump. Or an automatic to help have that slush box kind of torque converter get you up into the power band straight away. Which is why a lot of the times drag cars are fairly often automatics. Not always, but fairly often. Just gets it up into that power band earlier without having to destroy a clutch every single time you do a drag race. But then there's limitations to it, which is why Top Fuel Drag says, I think I've broken something. Yeah, that front tire is floppy. Oh, great. It's got open differentials. God, this thing is brutal. Was this always here? Yeah, I think it was always here. Okay. You haven't been here in a long time? What, here on my stream or here on this map? I do use the America map quite often. Do you have a good PC? I want to know. I have a 3080, but only a 5600X CPU. 32 gigabytes of RAM. Plenty of RAM. Never use it up. You already finished putting the engine from the pickup in just near the transmission. I suppose I could start modding this already. Should I do that? It is really late at night. I was just hoping to have a bit of a look at this. Okay, that is this car, and the brakes are terrible. Let's bring out the race version, which won't be silly at all. Unlike the one that I make. That feels very much... Actually, this one feels a lot more like the one from... Pimp My Ride. Let's see if they put, like, big speaker boxes in the back. No, but they do have NOS bottles. Interesting seat choices as well. That is a lot of NOS. Now the Super Tune. Should make a rear-wheel drive drag version? Probably not. It's a fairly uninspiring car. NOS again. Anything interesting on the interior? No, it is purely external cosmetic. Sure. I know that they wanted to have like a wider range of vehicles to choose from. It just feels very... lame. But then again, that's my opinion. They didn't make the funny van. That is also the sound of a supercharger. Doesn't sound like a V8 though. Is this not rear-wheel drive? It is not driving the rear wheels. It is not. It is front-wheel drive. And once again, because the BeamNG devs know that their aero model sucks, they do not have a real downforce model on here. Like, no under tray, a minor wing, but somehow tons of grip. And I think that the tires are doing a lot of the heavy lifting there. Feels really good, though. especially considering how top-heavy it is. At least they've got something interesting here. I should probably put my, computer specs in my description, shouldn't I? Just make it a little bit easier. I never used to get the question that much, but now I am getting it a lot more, so it's becoming a bit of an issue. You beat your PC? Why? Cool. This is fast in a straight line. I mean, not actually going that fast. We're only at about 200 kilometers an hour. Seems to be fairly error limited, despite the fact that this thing does seem to have a lot of power. 230 kilometers an hour. Brakes are still not great. This version is just under 1,700 kilos. Wow, this thing really does not like to spin out. Though it has a very good hand. This actually feels really nice to drive. You know what it doesn't feel like? A minivan. And it doesn't tend to understeer at all, ever. Which is kind of magic. I don't understand how it's not understeering like crazy. It's very good. They've done some sort of magic. I wouldn't be surprised if they cheated somehow. It's actually only about 3,300 to 350 horsepower. That feels like a lot of horsepower. Considering that I had a 45 horsepower 1983 Volvo reach 190 kilometers an hour. I feel that this thing should probably be going a little bit faster than that. Brake, turn. There we go. Especially considering that this thing is a lot more aerodynamic than an old brick. Can you camber the rear? Probably. It's not independent rear suspension, but it is something you should be able to do if you just like cut and weld. Differential, chassis, fuel, front, rear, dampening spring rate, height, transmission, wheel alignment. Rear camber adjust. There is rear camber. Good. Okay. And wheel offset. We can go up to 5 centimeters. Why not? There we go. Actually, you know what? Since you want to see Stance Nation, it probably won't work, but let's give it a try. Camber adjust. Is it more to get negative camber? Oh, you know what? I think it's... yeah, it is less to get negative camber. There we go. Stance Nation, yo! Yay! Look at us go! We've got it stanced! Woo! Who would have thunk it? It doesn't handle as good anymore. We're about to bring out the drag version. I just want to drive this a little bit more because it actually doesn't feel terrible. It just doesn't feel good. High speed understeer, but low speed doing fine. That handles so weirdly now. Alright, let's bring out the drag. Kind of small for the amount of hype around it. What are we talking about? This is a beefy sounding engine. We have rear dry. Oh my god. This game asks for money. Now I know that this is not actually going to affect the game, really, but come on. Really? Like, That's amateur level jank that I would expect myself to not even make. Like, if I was lazy, I would do that. Fuel tank, front wheel drive. Oh, okay, no, we're fine. They do have an all-wheel drive fuel tank. There we go. Okay, you know what? I'm not so upset. But their config is wrong. I feel, and I've felt this for a while now, that slots should have a way to say, here's a list of slots that are deactivated. So say you have the all-wheel drive setup, it would then deactivate, rear-wheel drive shaft, maybe not just the setup, the transmission and transfer case and all that sort of stuff. But then it should have the ability to say, now these parts aren't selectable anymore. So the fuel tank would go, well, that fuel tank doesn't fit. I don't know why that's not a thing already. Yes, it is transversely mounted all-wheel drive. I could get rid of the front differential, but I don't think I'm going to. Is this also a V8? That is... yes, the V8. Oh, and it pops out here. This vehicle doesn't seem old enough, and to be doing a drag that's not a very expensive vehicle, it seems weird for it to come out with a rusty exhaust pipe that goes through the inlet manifold. Let's get a closer look at this. Thank you, Y Incorporated. Loki, I would like to get a shout out, but I don't want to be like, hey, can you shout me out? Thank you for being here, El Bozo. This is the full release of the update. Hot air intake. I mean, it's under the hood with the engine itself. There's no blocking off to make sure that it only gets cool air. That's forgivable. Most people don't realize that that's a bad thing. But come on! Let's have a look. So it looks like it's meant to have the exhaust out the hood, as they've also got the hood on there. Do we then instead have a better intake manifold? Here is $2 towards the new intake, €2, sorry. Thank you very much. Intake, stage 2 supercharger. Got stock carburetor, stock fuel injection, sports fuel injection. Does the stage 3, which you would want on a drag car, not have the intake go that way? No. It does go that way. What kind of jank mistake was that? Maybe it's the exhaust is wrong. Maybe it wasn't actually meant to be there. Let's have a look at the documentation to see whether the drag version is meant to have it come out of the hood like that. So I don't see a drag version there, I don't think. Let's have a look at the drag car quickly. Okay, so the drag one is high performance auto parts, so it just got some sort of generic livery, always in time for the soccer and on time for soccer practice. Great. Actually, I like that. That's pretty good. Oilex, all of that. There's nothing here that says we are a drag car. So the 29 on the side could be a race car sort of thing. So the fact that this one has a very... oh no, it's not the same livery. It's... okay. Nothing there. That doesn't look to have a drag version. That is just the street tune version. Here's a picture of the drag car, and yes, it has the exhaust there. So they haven't put on the wrong exhaust. That's how they launched it. Are they sure that the drag car is not the gambler version? Let's see if there's not any more pictures. I do want to check out this bollard. We'll get to that in a bit. I like the look of them actually playing with more axles. I think that's fairly interesting. I would have loved if somebody actually did a mod for something that they were planning to do, and then they were like, oh, we were going to release that. This I'm also interested about. Sometimes I have been like, I want to make a thumbnail, and I just want to have the engine on its own. So what I would have to do is I'd have to go into the engine and take out the engine mounts, but usually the engine mounts are a core thing. So I'd have to make a mod that would then replace the engine file that would have in a line that says that the engine mounts aren't core, or I would make blank engine mount mods. In fact, actually, I could probably still do that, but now I don't need to even, because they got the engines as props. I think props to them. Thank you for doing that. See you later, El Bozo. Sliding doors. I tried to load the engine into the repair van. Huh? Anyway, I remember someone making a mod like those. What? Hey, Philman, by any chance, can you get a shout out? I do have Forza Horizon 4 and 5. Not a big fan on him. Hi, Redneck. Here's your shout out. Probably gonna not do so many shout outs. If that becomes a thing, that's gonna be real annoying. Need to go. See you later, Benjamin France. Thank you for being here, and thanks for the. I'm pretty sure you gave donos. That was you, right? Yeah, it was you. Thought so. The 5 gifted subs and the €2. Compared to the Australian dollar, that's actually a lot of money. I don't see any more pictures of it now. I do see the Gambler version. With the rusty ass exhaust, I'm surprised that the Gambler version doesn't also have a bonnet exhaust. Because one of the things, if you're going to have the big air intake up there, if you have an exhaust that's coming out the back or out the sides or anything like that, it can get full. And it can cost a lot of power to get that all the way out. It can cause also other problems. It can cause your engine to entirely stall. So it would make sense that if they were going to do that, they could have done that. I also completely realized after I uploaded the mod that I didn't do a snorkel intake on my Gambler 500 build. I'm a complete idiot. I think someone made a mod for the engine fires as props in like 2017. Oh, really? Paid out should solve that and make you money. Maybe I will. I don't know how to set that. Can I set that up, or is that a thing? I'm not sure. The Gambler has the exhaust stack on the back as well. Oh, okay then. Fair enough. I haven't checked it out yet. So, it seems that this was deliberate. Let's try any other intake and see if any other intake also does that. So stage 2 and stage 3. No, wait. Intake. Wait, did I set that to stage 3? Oh, I hit reset. Okay. Stage 3 still does that. What about just a stock fuel injected? It wraps around there fairly perfectly, but that plastic there will melt in mere minutes. So that doesn't seem like a great setup either. Stock carburetor. That does have a little bit more of a gap. Should probably still have shielding on either of them, but okay. Sports fuel injected. That also runs incredibly close. Okay, so that is a problem. Either way, whatever. It's fine. Let's see how this thing does dragging. Oh, wow, the power. It is very hard to make an all-wheel drive system completely wheel spin like that. I'm gonna guess that that was somewhere around 10 seconds. Especially considering it's got slicks all the way around as well. This thing has a lot of power. Even on normal road stuff, that's hard to do. But to do it on this, with only a stage 2, could do with better suspension, but yeah. Or maybe that's a deliberate thing, so it has like moments of like pressing really hard. Kind of like the Honda race engine, was it? Or was it Yamaha? I can't remember exactly. Where it's got like the offset fire thing, so then it would have moments of grip. Let's double check, make sure that it still has the stage 2 supercharger. Yeah, that's a weird one. Why does it also have that? It's just a gap. Why you have to be mad? Still, even with the stage 2, it is 1100 horsepower and 1500 Newton meters. God damn! That's a lot of power. Still hot air intake? Yeah, I know. I mean, I can't expect them to get everything right. I'm lenient, but also pissy that they didn't do like the updates I wanted them to do. Like tires, tire wear, please. God damn, I want tire wear. Give me tire temperatures. Give me tire wear. You said you were going to implement it ages ago. Test aggressive camshaft. Wait, oh, they have camshafts? And now it's very easy just to set up something and say it's a camshaft, so I'm not too surprised. But they've never actually done camshafts, so let's have a look. Engine management, long block, engine cover. Oh, okay, weird. Engine mounts, exhaust, manifold, intake, oil pan, radiator, transmission. Okay, so there is no camshaft. That's disappointing. I would really like it. Change the power graph and all that sort of stuff. I know that you could just say, well, maybe that's just what the engine block or internals or whatever like that update does. Like upgrade does. But still, it'd be interesting. Have you heard the new tire sounds? What exactly is new about it? Why does this drag car have ABS? I don't know whether you guys know this, but ABS is not free. ABS is an actual module and it weighs. Is there actually ABS here? I don't see an ABS unit. It just seems weird that they would put ABS on a drag car. I don't know. I don't think they've ever bothered to model ABS, though that would be cool. Hello, Shine. Try locking the tires or do a burnout? I think they're pretty fairly well locked already. Okay, you know what? These bumpers need to go. There is no way these bumpers are that strong. Out of all things, I think the car is passable. Gets a passing grade. Well done. Get rid of this bumper being so stiff, though. Bumpers are weak and shouldn't, like, hold a vehicle up. Unless there's, like, a lot of support in it and it's taking the frame with it. Usually that doesn't happen, though. Usually just parts of it will break off in real life. The Engine is starved of oil. Do a barrel roll. Mum's car with steroids? Yeah, pretty much. Do a third gear burnout? I don't know if it'll do that on the prep surface, but we can try that here. Apparently too much grip. Let's try that. 1 with nitrous and 2 on this surface. Still! It still won't even attempt it. How do I turn the engine on? There we go. Let's try second gear burnout. Okay, it'll do second gear easy. ABS, please. Nope. Won't do it. Oh well. It would only hold up the car if it took the support with it. Yeah, even then, usually the supports aren't actually that big. To hear the new tire sounds, you need to completely lock up, as when doing a burnout, it isn't very obvious. To hear the new tire sounds, you need to completely... Are you talking about braking? Oh, you know what? This has ABS. Okay, yeah, I did hear it. That actually sounds a lot more Hollywood movie sort of style stuff. That's pretty good. I like that. Hello, this is tech support, and your computer has virus. My computer has hot air intake. Or you can just brake while going like 50. Okay. I will actually say that those sounds are a worthy addition. Just put front against the wall and that way do a burnout. I think the problem is that the engine is very loud compared to the tires in this thing. Alright, let's try out different vehicles, because we have more than just this. I mean, it's modifications of existing vehicles, but still. Let's have a look-see. We have... Did this one come with one? Yes, it did. Has a bathtub in the front. Ha! That's funny. I'm not much into meme stuff, to be honest. Never have been. Has that one always been here? Maybe it has, I don't know. I don't really like the stand echo that much. I mean, I don't hate the stand echo. It just doesn't make me excited enough to keep looking at it. I don't see a gambler build here. The Bruckle Legrandis. Wait, was that always here? Once again, another vehicle that I don't ever look too much into. I feel that might actually instead be a mod. I'm not sure. It's Ori's had the off-road version. You know what? Screw this. I'm just going to have a look. There's a list of vehicles that they've done. Starting at the beginning. Orbello Piccolina. Oh, there was also like the dirt drag version. Civetta Bolide. Let's check that out. Is it just that? Looks to be so. Okay. This is the one which I saw first time around for the Gambler announcement. Oh. I think I just pulled a hair out of my parts. That hurt. Okay. Is that a Soliad engine again? Maybe not. I think so, though. That is a V6. Yeah. Pretty sure this is the one that I ended up using in the whatchamacallit engine. And they have a different intake. Okay. So it's not just straight up ripped. Interesting. Got double axle in here. Now, before we have a look at the double axle, I want to go on record in saying that a lot of added extra axles to vehicles are actually only still the driven wheels that were actually there, and the added wheels are not driven usually. It's usually like some sort of dead axle. Not entirely sure why they do it that way. Maybe it's just for extra weight carrying, but not actually meant to be off-road. So let's have a look. We have in here a driven extra axle. Yeah, so this one comes out here. Then we got the all-wheel drive system facing the other way to this. Interesting. How would you do that? Oh no, that is just an all-wheel drive system, just with a shorter drive shaft. Okay, yeah, my brain wasn't working very well there for a second. Coming around, we don't have anything going to the front, so it is still just rear wheels drive. Front here, interesting. Sure. Not entirely sure what that's meant to be. Eyes? Okay. Got the Gambler 500 logo on there. They're getting over their shyness of copyright. Like, I'm not saying that they're copyright infringing. What I mean is the fact that they're usually very averse to having any brand names in the game. So, though only a little bit, and probably wouldn't have been that hard to set up, because I'm assuming that the Gambler 500 guys are very lax, chill, cool guys. That they would have been like, yeah, sure, put our logo in. We'll sign a contract that says you can do that, and do it perpetually, and not have to remove it at any point. It's the all-wheel drive from Legrand. Okay. At least the understeer won't be as bad the oversteer, though. In this? I'm guessing it doesn't have great traction on bitumen. Oh, that is slow. That is very slow. I like the idea, though, of the exhaust being put up there. That's pretty cool. I mean, that was the corkscrew, so oversteer is expected. But still, I love the stories behind these cars. I mean, if I wasn't dyslexic, I would totally read up on that. I mean, in the middle of the stream, I would. I'll probably read it on my own time. Still, unfortunately, has like a pretty brutal... What the hell? Why is the front tire straightening up when I reverse? The car's not even moving and the wheels straighten up. I've seen that before, but not nearly that aggressive. The vehicle's not even moving and it's straightening. Like, I'm holding that full lock the entire time. It is a very slow car. I wonder where they would have got the monocoque from, like what the story on that would be. See, this one I like a lot more than the other one. Oh, it's also an automatic. You know what? That makes sense. You have one less thing to set up and worry about. Windows in my PC broke down. Okay. You almost thought I got a VTEC? VTEC would be interesting. Not too hard to do. Just change the power graph a bit. Gambler 500 Corvette has a big tractor wheel. Yeah, I have wanted to try that one out too. But I'm going to go through in order and try them out. Hopefully I'm not going to run too late though, because it is really late and I'm getting a bit tired. That is quite the collision mesh that they've got going on there. And the rear wing is very weakly put on. I love it. That's fantastic. 4 points on that one. That collision, no, that's funny. It's also like incredibly dangerous for the driver, because like that point there could come through and skewer the driver like pretty darn easily. I'm surprised though that if this is meant to be like screw this controller, swear to God. Meant to be like a burnt car by the looks of how burnt it is. The windshield would have to be replaced, and I'm surprised they didn't try to go with some sort of Perspex windshield. God, this thing is slow. Hopefully it's better at rock hauling than what it is at just being fast, because it is not a fast boy. But I suppose, in the spirit of keeping it budget, this makes sense. Kind of like how I kept it with like a diesel engine. But I'm guessing it was also like a very common and easy to come by diesel engine in my Gambler 500 build. They've also gone a hell of a lot more ham on so much on this. Okay, it takes jumps and bounces very well. Oh wait, are we gonna be able to make this? Nope! Yet that one is actually wanted to go inside of said vehicle. That is a problem. There's stop signs there. What the hell? Oh, the stop signs are the bash plates. Interesting choice. This thing is slow as hell. Let's try doing some upgrades. Rear subframe. We've got the 4-wheel subframe race and rear subframe. Engine, 3.8 liter and 3.6 liter. So there's no V8 option. Stock, long block, heavy duty. Okay. Ultra heavy duty engine mounts. Exhausts. Fairly standard. Exhaust manifold. Sports into. Hey, we do have supercharger options. And a nitrous system. And a 3-speed auto? Wow. Oh, you know what? I don't remember the Soliad having a range selector. That seems like a very big thing to try to put into a standard transmission. Is that normal? Feels like this is an aftermarket transmission. The aftermarket transmission itself would probably be like $5,000 Australian. At least. I think I remember seeing some like proper full-on race sequential transmissions for race cars that were like starting at 17,000 Australian dollars. Or was it Great British pounds? I can't remember. Anyway. Being kind of Le Mans on dirt. Also kind of hipstery overlapping type of thing. Let's change that to a stage 2. Also got the vertical intake. And doesn't look like the exhaust goes into it, so that's good. Overtorque wrist immediately. Those are some nice overrev popping sounds. Cool. Let's try the next vehicle on the list. The next vehicle. Someone's weak to steering, ETKAI, interior updates, Gavril D-Sips. Grand Marshal, 500. Me too words. It's late. I'm tired, apparently. So we have no longer just the miserable demolition derby vehicle, but we also have the Grand something or other. I kind of missed that. There is a secret Covet config that you can load when you go into the saves category. So that'll be don't know the rest. We will be getting to the Covet later. I wonder. How much of this is modeled? That's modeled? Ah, and then it stops right there. Oh, yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, like, you're not even going to see that far, to be honest. Is that a zip tie? That is a model zip tie. Great. And it's super glued? Sure. Cool beans. Let's see what we got running under this thing. Should be the V8, right? It is the V8. I don't know which version, though. I'm guessing since it's meant to be a cheap vehicle, they've gone with, like, the lesser sized one. If they have the 6.9 liter, I'd be a little bit disappointed. Okay, yep, the 4.5. Why has it got red on the... Oh, that's red on the outside. Wallowy suspension. Mildly off-road tires, not full off-road? That's a choice. Tires are super expensive. Yeah, those are just some, like, mild off-roads. They're not, like, full-on chunks of things. That chain is actually moving. How is this chain attached? I'm guessing that link is welded. Yeah. Okay. I press Control-Shift-T. That brings out traffic. God damn it. I've got to fix that. Ah! Traffic, go away, please! Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much. Oh, God. Please. And because my game is kind of bugged out, I can't just remove all the traffic at once. I have to remove them individually. Oh my god, this is so painful. Oh yeah, there we go. Remove current. Come on. Oh, now I can't even tab to them. Remove others. Is that going to work? Oh, it worked for once. Okay, so maybe they fixed that, or maybe something to do with my computer is fixed. But yeah, that was a thing that used to be a real pain in the butt for me. I like also the fact that this thing has, like, wheel fender flares, but the wheels aren't actually any wider. I think that's funny. Doing it for the lols. Fuel tank popped out. Or jerry can, or whatever you call it. Interesting. They haven't actually solidly locked that down. That's pretty cool. Or did I break it? The other one, though, is sticking very closely. Nice. I like the fact that they have, like, proper physics on things. I'm a little disappointed, though, that the rear tire is not sliding about as well. Okay, I think I may have balked some stuff when I moved the chain earlier. So let's try shaking it loose, shall we? There we go. That's what I like to see. So they have the beam strength set fairly low. I think that's fairly safe to say. Okay. No rear-wheel drive system, right? Yep, that is just rear-wheel drive. Okay, we've seen everything there to do with the Grand Marshal. Just press Alt F4. Ibishu 200 fixed a typo. Ibishu Covet added a Gambler 500. Okay, let's check out the Tractor attire thing. I forget. There it is. So we have that version and that version. Let's try out first this version because I'm less interested in it, so we'll just get it out of the way. We have how much drive coming to the rear? Nothing. Just 2 dead axles on leaf springs. Okay. The front, bash plate, all that sort of stuff. Suspension is the same weirdo concoction. The engine is just the 4-cylinder. To me, does that look bigger than normal? Naturally aspirated thing coming out the hood. I feel like they've just taken the other engine, which is fine. They did pump out a lot of vehicles this time. Okay, yep, looks fairly generic. Let's see, 1, how it drives, and 2, if we can easily tear off that back end in an accident. It handles okay. Feels like the suspension is a little too stiff. Whee! Okay, didn't break off that easily. And that didn't break off either. I feel like this is faster than the Bolide, to be honest. That Bolide is slow. See how this does over the jump. I know we're going a different direction, but whatever. Oh, yeah. So the problem here is that the, one is front-wheel drive, which is not great for low traction situations. 2, the suspension is way too stiff and it's making it really hard to drive, which is fantastic. I love the jankedness of it. Alright, let's see if we can make it. That is dust and smoke, by the way. Steam, at least. Coming out. Whee! Yep, okay. Literally, 4-cylinder is faster than the Bolide. Oh, bent the wheel and tire. Interesting. It's 1.8 out of the Pessima. Oh, out of the Pessima. Okay. Interesting, Zig. If I see it up on the repository, I will check it out. Let's go see the other one. Itchy butt crack. Yeah, there we go. So, they've cut it out, they've bent over a panel, and not actually filled in the wheel well. Sure, why not? The jerry can. Sorry, not jerry can. The beer keg. Is that meant to be the new fuel tank? Well, if it is, it ends right there. I get the feeling that's meant to be the fuel tank. Interesting choice. So what do we got in here? We do have, once again, a limiter strap. Kind of like an inverse bump stop. That seems like a lot of forethought. Also, it's got some sort of drive unit out to it. Got an axle to here, attached to a... That doesn't look like an electric motor, that does look like a battery. Interesting. The front does drive the front tires. So what do we got here? The engine goes into a clutch, into a transmission, into a transfer case, into a torsion reactant. Weird. Okay, drive shaft. Shaft, wheel hub. Torsion reactor into differential. Okay, so... That's... Oh, I see it now. My bad. My B, guys. Does collide with the crossmember, but that's fine. And then it comes out here. I didn't even think to look underneath for some reason. My brain just went, oh, that's good. I'm an idiot. That is a very expensive setup. Not gonna lie. Also, the 2 springs on there. Damn, this thing's probably stiff on the rear. 90-degree gearboxes. Wow. The frame rate on this thing really plays funny buggers. Like that rear tire looks like it goes backwards once you go fast enough. It keeps on like going between forwards and backwards for my eyes. It'll be a little bit different since you guys are locked to a different frame rate because I'm streaming it to you. But yeah, that tire looks constantly like it's switching between going forwards and backwards. Oh, it also has a tow bar. Off center. That's not going to be atrocious to drive with. This thing is hard to drive. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's abysmal. And I love it. Ah! Oh, come on, again? Most American thing so far. This? I wouldn't per se that it personifies America. I actually say this more personifies probably Europe. God, this thing tips so easily. Oh my god, you suck. Is it an open differential? Yeah, I believe it is. This thing is hard to drive. I want to try rock crawling with it. Ah, yeah, that rear suspension feels a little bit too stiff. No, it's not too bad. It's just sometimes it's too stiff. Weird. My favorite so far, even though it is the least usable. Next vehicle on the list is that one. We've already checked that. The Ibishu Pigeon with the Porta Potty. The Pigeon Porta Potty. Emblem 500. The Pigeon! Funny. It would be everyone's favorite. That like, I could go squat behind a tree uncomfortably. Or I could go talk to them and ask if I could use this. Hey, would you look at that? Can we open this chain? I don't know what knock currency is. Give me a second. Nope, that didn't work. Can I? There we go. Then, damn it, that breaks it, does it? There we go. Come on! Oh, does it actually have a rotating thing? That looks like a real porta potty. It's got a pee thingy on the side. That's weird. I've never seen that in a porta potty because you could just pee into that. Usually that's just to save space. So then you can stand people next to each other really easily. That one's weird. Is that something else? Am I not? Do I not know what that is? I'm gonna go have a look what this currency is. I am very interested. Give me a second. Keep it up. Great content. Keep it up. Thank you very much. That is Norwegian krona. So you're from Norway. I'm guessing. Can unlock it from the inside. Doesn't seem to be any, like that looks so much like you should just be able to pull that off. And then that rotates? Interesting. Is there anything to grab here? Hey! Wait. Occupied, unlock door from the inside before opening. Ah! So that is a locking mechanism. Interesting. There's a lot of effort that went into this toilet. Wait! It's even got the little image thingy. So currently it says vacant. If we go inside... I don't know why it makes a car door closing sound, but there, it gets engaged. Ah, interesting. You forgot the secret covert? Oh, did I? Okay, I'll check that out in a bit. Gambler 500, woo! America! When I did the wheelie just then, it wouldn't actually turn. That's funny. I wonder how easy it is to knock the porta potty out of here. Or if it's actually bolted. You know what? I think it might actually be bolted down. This thing would probably tip out too easily. This thing is usually rear-wheel drive. Still rear-wheel drive, okay. Still fairly gutless. But now it being like super wide like this does make it a hell of a lot more stable. You'd think that a vehicle that is already unstable, to have a porta potty on the back that's really tall would make it less stable. But it seems that this is actually very stable right now. Oh, toilet's coming loose, but it is caught inside of the chain at the moment, I think. It's trying to break free. There we go. I want to break free. Ugh. All right, let's go break out to the covert, because apparently I forgot a thingamajiggy. The hell is... Oh, there's the covert. Okay. So you said something that started with a B. Gambler Bra is that one. That's different. Different paint job. Type L, Type A, Pointless, Skid Plate, Sport Alt, Turbo Race. Gambler Truck, we already saw that one, right? Yep. Stunt Driver, Guinea Pig Cover? I don't think I've seen that one before. Just looks like a normal thing. Turbo Evolution, Simple Truck. Okay, so what do we, The Gambler? Hey, stainless steel, thank you for the $2. Should swap the front to a four-wheel version. You're saying put another front on the thing? So you're saying that the Gambra is the other version, but it looks the same. Just like different paint job, I think. But we also have this. Okay. What's the difference? Does anybody know the difference? Let's try driving it around. Is this one less dangerous? Nope. This one still tips incredibly easily. It seems to be exactly the same. It's missing its front sway bar and tips very easily. Does it, so it tips more than the other one? Because the other one tipped a lot as well. This does seem to want to roll very easily, though. Let's try out its tow hitch. Wait. Was that always janky like that? Just kind of like dropping the mesh down? Interesting. So we're gonna bring it up to a flat area and then break out. I'm thinking a caravan. Since you would probably want something like that on these adventures. I'm guessing... Don't actually know much about the Gambler 500 engines. Only 6 of them, huh? Alright. What do I want? Oh, I know what I want, and I want it now. I know what I want, and I want it now. You can also remove the weird rear side panel. Hey, look at that. Let's go with the non-tippy over version. And we'll use that to tow, since it should be a little bit more stable. And stability is already an issue with this thing. Then again, I suppose stable is a more relative term. Oh, it really wants to tip over. Oh dear. And I seem to have done something akin to a jackknife, but I can't actually tell you what that would be technically called. That seems like I've done a new type of crash that has never happened before. Like it was inverse on the ball joint. On the ball connector? I don't know what it's called. Make it wheel drive, one-wheel drive? I could probably do that. Ah! Oh, come on! Nah, this thing sucks. Front diff. Welded front differential, empty. Let's see how it drives now. I remember somebody was saying to me that I was such an idiot for removing a front differential or something like that, but not actually... oh god. Not actually fixing the center differential to drive only the other wheels. I was like, that's not how it works in BeamNG. BeamNG is not that intelligent. God damn it! I feel that maybe removing the rear drive instead would be the ticket here. Since once it starts to tip over, there's nothing stopping it from still trying to put down even more power. Came in late, but I wonder how the picture would work if you swapped the front. Oh, the four front tires version. Maybe. I hate this thing. I mean, it's fantastic and glorious, but garbage. I hate it. Soliad Wendover. Okay, let's bring out the Soliad Bendover. The Gambler 500 Croco. I would have thought it would have been more like an alligator, since it's American. Let's see what we got under the hood, shall we? Oh, that's cloth. And they've got 3 nodes for every single one, huh? Alright, interesting. Doesn't really drape like cloth. It does a pretty good job. Carburetted. V6. Is it all-wheel drive? We have drive to the front, and it looks like no drive to the rear. That's going to be interesting then. Is there a story behind why the oil cans are like that? Weird. Let's close this hood. Lower the tire PSI? I don't think that's gonna be the magic bullet. Like, it'll help, potentially, if you get it right. But I don't think that's, like, the play there. I feel that the back end is made of rubber as it's flopping in the wind. Let's check that out. Yep. Why would they do that? I don't know. I fully don't understand. It just seems like it might be a little bit like a cup to collect water in. I think oh! Those oil things. Are they? Oh, they're completely loose in the back there. Which would be fantastic if it wasn't made of rungs. So they should really, like, kind of get caught a little bit in between the rungs. But I suppose trying to deal with that many physics objects, adding in the rungs would just be a step too far for BeamNG and people being able to have frame rates. Why is that one spinning and not stopping? Oh, because it's stuck inside of another one. Let's do some jumps and see if we can get them out. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. No, those two want to stay. Oil pan damaged. Fantastic. That's what we like to hear on an off-road vehicle. Do one little jump and your mum gets scared. And he says, you're moving to the Gambler 500 over there. Ah! I feel that this thing is probably not going to be the best at off-roading. Just saying. Front-wheel drive, not all-wheel drive. Some mildly off-road tires. I know that off-road tires are very expensive, so I like the idea that they didn't just go, yeah, sure, let's just give them the best off-road tires that have ever existed in humanity. Cool wheels to go with those tires as well. Pretty cool. Anything else secret on here? Not by the looks of it. It's a DRS system? Potentially, yes, a passive one. That, sure. I mean, it's not going to be great. They updated the normal trailer too, so you can now put a tow ball on the back to make it like a road train. The normal trailer. That is a very broad statement. You mean like box utility trailer? You know what? Oh, here we go. Box utility trailer. Total tailgate to use latch system. Okay. Let's go unloaded. Receive a hitch. Interesting. Oh, good, it does have brakes. Let's just go with 2 for now. And let's see what happens if we press L. Is it going to do it for all of these? It is. What if we get these to be close? Are they going to start trying to connect on their own? I'm not entirely sure how that works. I think that's pulling. Nope. No, it's not. It's just moving. That's fine. Let's get you attached. Frick. There we go. Now, how do I do the next one? Is it L again? Nope, that does detach like I thought it might. What if we go to you
Global
now?
warming and corporate America.
Thank you for being over there on my Twitch channel. I think that's kind of now detached the front one. No, it hasn't. Oh, there we go. Thank God it has magnets on it. Okay. Great big old trucking convoy. I don't actually know how the song goes. I just know basically the tune and that one line. Interesting. I wonder if this is a gambler update or just something they wanted to do. I'm pretty sure this is highly illegal. In Australia, at least. This is, though, going to allow me to test cars that I've made for off-roading.
Global warming.
Oh, sorry, for
corporate America.
towing. Thank you for going over to my Twitch as well. Appreciated. I do occasionally go there. I got some mods I have to touch up a little bit, so I'll be doing that over there on Twitch at some point. I'll get around to it. I'm gonna try to stream there at least once every couple of weeks, probably once a week. I don't know, we'll see. I am very busy trying to push the limits of mods. Oh dear! That's not gone quite according to plan. Dolly vibes a little bit. And we're good. Ah, shit. Anyway, and to remove others, that is something I'm probably going to utilize a lot in videos. Or, not a lot, but probably the thing that I'm going to utilize the most out of all of these. Common, updated rally pop materials, updated Soliad hubcaps, updated, wait, to PBR? Isn't the Soliad, like, post PBR? I'm not sure. Whatever. Added new 4-inch and 2-inch LED lights. Added some props. So we got the porta potty. Added a bathtub. Engine props. Levels. New trash piles instances. Got that. Got a bunch of missions. Gameplay. Enabled automatic headlights. Fixed the... Yep. Okay. That is the crux of the mod. I actually thought that they were going to do something to that one vehicle that I... Like, my least favorite vehicle, probably in the game, is the Chariot. It just looks like a crossover. And I loathe most crossovers. Especially ones that look like that. There's a reason why I don't really use this vehicle. A higher imported trailer be like? What? Happy America Day to any Americans reading this. Sure. Happy America Day. Wait. Is it Independence Day, isn't it? I'm not sure. Anyway. We got the mighty convoy riding through the night. Also, isn't Australia the land of the road train? Yeah, but those are special vehicles. You can't just go around attaching trailers to trailers, I don't think. Hey Phil, if you don't mind me asking, how would I know if a mod I submitted is approved or denied from the repository? Okay, here's what you do. First you... Wait, hold on, how do I do this? Community. Mods. So, for instance, my mod that just went up a little bit ago. It'll have a thing here saying this mod is waiting for approval. So the way that you know whether it's approved or not is first, they don't tell you. Second is, go to your author page, and if your mod is not listed... Oh, sorry, if it's not approved yet, it'll still be like a red thing. If it's... If it doesn't get approved, it just will disappear from here, and it will say that it's no longer waiting for approval. That's how you know that it was rejected. If it's approved, it'll be on this list. It's not a great system. 4th of July is America Day. Though it is the 5th at the moment. Just saying. Let me just bring that up, show you guys. The 5th. Ooh, Americans don't even know when America Day is. The Wendover has a face if you turn the lights on. I suppose, yes it does. A little bit of the normies. Cool. Where is the Stambeco twin diesel engine? I've had to do some work on it. I got so incredibly fed up with it because it got rejected and I didn't realize why at the time, and I had to ask them. And they finally got back to me and I was like, oh, okay then, I didn't realize that was the issue. I went and I fixed it, I made his stuff up, I fixed it again, then I went to pack it and it got nuked. Mod gone. I didn't have a backup. So I've had to, luckily I actually had backups in different ways of having the blend files. So I have most of the stuff already, and I know how to do it. I just have to get around to doing it. Can you see the new van? What's the new van look like? Oh, you know what? I actually didn't test out the Gambler version of the van. We got basher versions of it. Interesting. All-wheel drive, yes. Automatic. That tire on the back is thonk. My God, look how thick that is. I think that's thicker than the tires that are on the car. The hell is that? It's weird. Okay. It's July 5th on your, because Australia is ahead of time compared to America. Ah, so what you're saying is America is living in the past. Makes sense. This thing is slow. I suppose that's to be expected. Also, that's a boat on top, right? Can I detach that? Does that work? Oh, does it not bring all things with us? So first, let's see if the vehicle will float on its own. It probably won't, but just got to test it out. Nope. Doesn't work. Okay. Yeah. There is no camera for the boat specifically. Oops, I forgot that I had the... It's broken in a very odd way. Do they have to have the top enclosed for it to work? I never thought about that, but I assumed that watertight things only had to be watertight on the underside. But I suppose that makes sense, because that would take a lot of physics work. Alright, let's try being a little bit gentler this time. There we go. Would have loved if they put like a boat cam on. Okay, it just spins around. So, this I thought was because I broke it wrong. But there is a bug with BeamNG at the moment that says that things that have positive pressure want to rotate. Don't know how that works. I found this out because I was trying to do a boat car. I tried to do it to that Lotus that I made a while ago in automation. And for some reason, that if you have the pressure really high, it will rotate even not on water. Like, it'll just have, like, violent rotation. BeamNG Thune. I don't know what that means. First official BeamNG boat? Technically, yes. You should try and add a mode to the boat for a mod. I think there's a problem with that. And it's that. Let's try taking it out to water and see how submerged it becomes. Yep. Interesting idea to try to do that, but unfortunately I don't think it works. The GNX mod that you made is not in the repository. I know it is on a individual forum post because they are very skittish about any sort of copyright stuff. Which is fair enough. It's their choice. It's not going up and down with the water. I suppose I never noticed that before. Does the water only look three-dimensional but is in fact actually two-dimensional in nature? That would make sense. It would save on a lot of processing power. Are you still going? Yes. Wait, how long has the stream been? It hasn't been that long, has it? I was just rolled over on 2 hours. That's not too bad. Jake, hello. Boat is happy spinning. Does Van have a tuned version? And is it front-wheel drive? It is front-wheel drive unless you get the all-wheel drive on there. The boat has become sentient a little bit. Make this boat for mod use. I'm considering it, but I'd have to do a lot of testing as to find out if I can make it go on water without wanting to spin. I suppose I could theoretically put thrusters on it. It's moving clockwise. If I flip it upside down, will it spin anti-clockwise? So if I just hold it here, is it going to spin on its own as well? Okay. Oh, no. It's actually starting to spin a lot. There we go. Okay, let's tip it over. It wants to spin clockwise again. So, that is weird. It's not directional dependent for anything. Let's just double check that I didn't make a mistake because my brain is pretty bad. I also have a not good brain. Yep, still going clockwise. So would like a helicopter just add a side propel. I'm thinking I could just add some thrusters to it to counteract that. But I'm also looking at this thinking I could probably have less pressure in this thing and have it sink a little bit lower. Anywho, that is the Gambler 500 update. Basically, content and nothing else update, which is a bit disappointing. This also being a very off-roady sort of vehicle. Oh, I was about to say, I'm surprised they didn't have a dirty interior thing, but they do have a dirty interior thing. It's just kind of a little bit stained, and that's probably it. I wonder if that's a skin as opposed to anything else. That'd be interesting. In the Southern Hemisphere, will it spin the other way? Nice there, TR673. Well done. We need a rocket booster. Oh, you know what? I forgot. One last thing that I said I was going to do. I was going to try to rock crawl with that new three-wheeler vehicle. So do I go Hirochi on the brittle one? That's probably actually too brittle. Let's go to Johnson Valley. I know there's quick access from the remote pit, so let's do that. Yo, Phil, can you put the bollard engine in the new bollard? Put the old bollard engine in the new bollard. Yesn't. I mean, I could do it. I don't think I will. There is a three-wheeler, yes. The boat is air-powered? Technically, yes. In the video tag? Yes. Cool, there we go. I found it that time. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of think having these thumbnails of wacky vehicles in the BeamNG vehicle selector is a bit of a blight. But then again, I'm not an off-road fan. It doesn't tickle me giblets. Ah! Oh, there we go. Damn it! Come on! You piece of poop. The boat is glitch powered. That is also technically true. But that glitch is also air powered. Okay. Could do with a little itsy bitsy bit more ground clearance. Too much dust, I didn't see what happened, and... Let's try that again. Is there better front come on! Better front suspension. By better, I mean taller. Yeah. So I wanted to try this thing off-road. Rock crawling, sorry. But I kind of forgot about the one thing. We need clearance. Front suspension. Independent sunburst. No. Front struts. Lifted heavy duty. Okay, well it already is lifted apparently. Sway bar. Front spindles. Front wheels. I mean, I could go bigger wheels and tires. That's not what I wanted. That's front wheels. Front tires. 80 wall. Doesn't look like we're getting any bigger than that. 13 by 5. 14. 15. 17. Rally on 15 inches. God, I do not know which tire is, which wheel is which. I really hate the fact that all of these wheels share, like, similar dimensions, but yet they don't take every sort of tire. It really infuriates me to no end. Put those tractor tires on other things. Apparently somebody's already made that a mod. Wouldn't be too hard to do, though. Does anybody know some bigger... You know what, actually, it probably wouldn't fit in the fender flares anyway. Alright, let's have a look at the suspension tuning to see if we can lift this up at all. Camber, caster, toe, and toe. Tire pressure. There is no suspension lift mechanic here. Damn it. Well. I mean, what did I expect? Want to see a turbocharged version of the 3-wheel Corvette? That actually probably shouldn't be too hard to do. I'm probably just already got the option already, right? They wouldn't leave that out, would they? Got the 1.8 liter management, long block mounts, oil pan, nitrous, intake and exhaust, stock intake. We do have turbos. Not that that's really going to help us a whole lot if we have no ground clearance. There's no vehicle-specific buttons. This is probably my most favorite vehicle in its jankery, but also the least usable. Nope, high clutch temperature. It is already stuck. Great. Well, couldn't you just bring the boat to Blender and make it a separate mod? I could do a lot better than that, actually. Drive in reverse? Oh, that's a good idea. Let's see if this big rear tire helps drag it over things. That's a good thought. Kind of working, but also kind of not. God damn it. Come on. I hope they bring out a tractor. Because that is a tractor wheel. Yep, nah, we're going nowhere. We're stuckity poos. You want to make this IRL? It looks very incredibly expensive. Like, those gearboxes are probably a lot of money each, to say at least. See you later, Warbot Steph. Check this thing's quarter-mile time with the stage 3 turbo thingy. You know, it'd probably do alright, considering it's 3-wheel drive at the very least. Spacers on front tractor wheels. That could work. It's also a tractor PTO. Please turn over. I think I know what PTO means, but I don't remember what it stands for. It's some sort of like hydraulic drive thing, right? Or am I wrong? I mean, you could say that it has a hydraulic drive, but maybe there's some sort of hydraulic pump in there, I'm not sure. But it literally is driven off of the engine. That 3-wheeler is a really good drag car? Okay, sure. I wonder if we can put different tires on that rear wheel. Wheel hub, tractor rear hub. Okay, so that can only fit that. Rear wheel can only have that wheel. And the rear tire can only have that tire. That's unfortunate. I have a SAI wheel motor and PVAC puck. That's words. Power takeoff. Is that what it is? Okay then. Put bigger tires on the front, Phil. There's a reason why I don't usually change tires on BeamNG cars. It's such a nightmare. I don't want to learn what every single tire does. And what every single wheel fits whatever tire. It's infuriating. Wheels will have the same name, front to rear, but take different tires. It is so annoying. The real question is, can it do a wheelie on the tractor tire? I'm guessing no. Very much a no. You just put bigger tires in the run by removing the fenders. Oh yeah, I suppose you could do that. Obviously, not a people here, no tractors. Yeah, I don't. I've never had to use a tractor in my life. My parents have a tractor, but I've never had to use it. I did a video where I kind of glossed over one of their broken old tractors. It's not a very good video, but you can go check it out. It's, me looking at Farming Simulator. It's an old video. Take a Dried Rally Pro wheel hub? What? Oh. Okay, let's do that. I wonder if this will make it easier to look for. Nope. Front suspension. Here we go. No, that's not the wrong wheel hub. Front wheels. So let's go like a bigger dried. So we got Rally Pro. Let's give it a try. Then the tire, that's not bigger currently. 55 walls, 60 walls, 70 wall. Let's try that. It is a little bit bigger. But seemingly still not big enough. Damn it. Alright, let's get off of this rock and try again. Reversing still is probably our best bet, to be honest. It really just goes for that one rock. It hates me. Stop going towards that rock. Go anywhere else, literally. Okay, yep. I agree, that helped us a little bit. But once again, we're already stuckers. Poop. Tractors are useful. Have a home-built one, no joke. Tiller and loader. If you have a big property, it might be useful, but most people don't have a use for it. You see more clearance? A little bit. I will grant you that it gave us a little bit of extra clearance. A bigger wheel hub? I don't think you can change the wheel hubs. Oh, no, I was wrong. Okay, 5 lugs. Nope. Let's go like a really big, chunky off-road. Might have to remove the fenders. We'll give it a try. What's that? That looks like a normal sort of thing. All-terrain tires. They look to be exactly the same. I don't know what's happening there. Hey, there we go. Let's get rid of those front fenders. Still kind of clips in a little bit better. Hey, look at that! I feel that the diff ratio might be hurting us a little bit now. My clutch is in. There. What? There's something weird happening. I think I need to change the diff ratio. You know what? Screw this. This thing doesn't drive very well in reverse. Let's go forwards. Oh, come on, don't get stuck again. Oh my god. You hate me, don't you? You really do. Alright. Final drive ratio. Let's bring these down. That is already really low. Let's bring that down even more. So it was like a 5 point something beforehand. Let's go like... Okay, apparently we can only go up to... Oh. I feel that's made our situation worse. We are stuckers. I should probably just put the old differential for the back in. Tractor wheels on the front would be presenting new problems. Ah! There we go. A little bit better. That drive ratio sucks. Alright, let's go put that back on. Final rear 525. Let's see if that helps. Okay, a little bit. We have a little bit more pep. Oh, come on. Oh my god, come on. That was the slowest roll in human existence. Yeah, being taller has not helped us. Give more power to the engine. Oh, I feel that I should probably also then switch to an automatic to stop the clutch from burning out, because the clutch is struggling quite a bit. Well, oh my god, I'm yawning. I don't think we want this engine. Because... Oh no, there is an intake we can do here. So let's go, like, stage 1 turbocharger. Let's change that long block to a... Okay, stage 3 performance long block. They got rid of a lot of performance things, but not that, apparently. Where even is the road? Oh, it goes left? It feels floaty. Weird. Oh, come on. There we go. Ups daisies. Oh, the exhaust is now going through my rear wheel. didn't change the engine. Why do you want to tip so easily? Go! 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 Got it! Got it! Oh my god, you suck. Well, there we go. We're done. That's the Gambler 500 update. That's the new vehicles. We've checked out the new minivan. I'm thoroughly unimpressed. There's some things I like, but they didn't give me what I want. Predominantly, the new tire model stuff that they said were going to be coming for a while. Side wheels with tractor tires? Huh? Reverse pigeon? I mean, I made a reverse pigeon. You can check that mod out. The 2-liter engine has a lot more torque. Yeah, I could assume as much. I made a 1400 horsepower Lansdale. Sweet. Shouldn't be too hard. The stock engine, sorry, the stock drag car with the stage 2 supercharger already has like, what was it, 1100? I can't remember. Well, don't forget about my Gambler 5. I will forget about it. Don't. But did you try the drag minivan? Yes, I did. You can go back and check that out. That all the van kind of makes me think of the Odyssey. It does look a little bit Odyssey-esque and a little bit Chrysler, I think. There's a minivan? Or is it the... Odyssey's Honda. Sorry, I wasn't thinking of the Honda. I was thinking of Chrysler and... another brand that I can't remember. This thing would probably look cool if it turned into a truck. There is the 6-wheeled version you can go check out. Dodge, yeah, a little bit. Back end screams Chrysler. I would have said the front end. I don't really know what the back end of those things look like because they never really came to Australia. I'm also very slouched at the moment. My back's starting to hurt, but I also want to go to sleep. Did you take the bathtub Pico out for... okay. Wait. Out to the water? Alright, let's go try out a map that has water on it. We could go right back to where we were. I think it said we'll go to the grid map. And we'll look for the water area. And we'll break out the new bathtub. Looks like a Dodge Grand Caravan. Oh, okay. So, Phil, what is your favorite Australian car? GTHOP's 3? Kind of? Because it's so iconic, or so significant to the Australian racing scene. I also really freaking love the two-door X Falcons. Like XA, XB, and XC. The one that I would like to own, but has recently become unfathomably expensive, would be something like a GTP FPV. Thank you, Craig. Let's go check out the pickle. It is just that one. Oh, we've also got the drag one. We'll check that out in a second. Completely forgot about those two cars. So you reckon the bathtub makes the front end float, huh? Huh. Exhaust lava. Interesting. This water doesn't go very deep, by the way. Weird. Does it not go really deep? Oh, those are weird looking tires. Alright, let's try water skimming. Whee! Well, it doesn't float. It is a design. It actually... Alright. That's the wrong thing. I'm doing all the wrong buttons. There we go. Let's try pulling this bathtub. Why does it have so many nodes? What the hell? That is a lot of nodes. Most of them aren't even being used by the collision mesh. Wait, what's happening here? Oh, hey, Phil, man. Good to be here again. Can't wait to try out the new update later today. Hopefully, the legacy engine sounds unbroken again, though. Maybe. I don't know. Let's try bringing this out. It syncs immediately. Instantly. There is no not having... Oh, you know what? It has a hole in the bottom. So of course it wouldn't flow. Why was I asked to bring this out to the water again? I can't remember. Did you see the physics on the trunk pull strap on the inside of the... Yes, I did. I checked that out already. Yeah, what did it... What? I can't remember seeing. I don't know what we're doing here. I gotta say, I don't know much about tires, but those tires look wicked on the back. I like those a lot. Those look really nice. It's not the best car update, but it unlocks a lot of possibility. Right, you guys can play BeamNG, I can only play Rigs of Rods on my old level. Fair enough. The engine that came in the FPV GT, what do you think about it? The Boss 290? I like it. It's apparently the same power as the Boss 260, which it's not meant to. Basically, the thing that it does is extra torque. Whoops! I did that wrong. It's been a long time since I've been down here, though, so can't blame me too much, right? Okay, we're gonna have to build up just a smidgen more speed. I'm guessing this thing is not particularly blisteringly fast, so it's gonna struggle. Nope, no good. Okay, let's bring out the drag car, and we'll take it around to the drag area. Same bathtub as the one that's on the new item? Oh, that is just a new item? Yeah. That's a lot of power. Oh, it's twin turbo. I wonder what... Is this the Sunburst engine? It's the Sunburst, right? I forget what the names of things are. Hirochi, sorry, not the Sunburst, the Hirochi. Let's just bring out any of them. So, the engine here, plastic ribbed for her pleasure, and clearly for his as well. Realistic sort of intercooler setup, I like it. This engine, that is, I believe, that engine. Except different. Is it? No, that is the engine. I suppose this doesn't have animated pulleys. Interesting. Is it also the suspension? So here we've got proper independent rear suspension with push rod. Over here, we have proper independent rear suspension with swing arm. Close enough. Sunburst is Hiroshi. Yeah, I know. I got close. I was in the right vicinity. Where is the drag strip? Is it over there? Dad, you fat tub-a-lot! Oh, that didn't go so well. I wonder what the story behind Sweetheart is. The rear bumper got damaged, apparently. Oh, the brakes are abysmal. I suppose like you could expect on an actual drag car. Alright, we'll do a wheelie and actually use the wheelie bar Or just do a burnout like it did a moment ago. Hey, it's actually using it. And it actually bounced... God damn it. Actually bounced off of it. Yep. Those rear wheels did lift off the ground. Do I try to upgrade it more often? Maybe. We'll see. Let's go ahead, give this a drag. And we're going to put it up against the other drag car that's new. Good. That's a good picture. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Complete... as far as time possible. Yeah, that all makes sense. Okay. New Draggers car. I'm guessing they're going to be maybe close. The other drag car, though it does have a hot air intake, I think probably is going to have an advantage. I'm going to set this to automatic. And we're going to turn NOS on. There we go. There you go, buddy. Well, it's disadvantages of the fact that it's driven by AI, so I suppose I can't blame it too much. What time do we do, though? An 8.4, and the other one does a 10-second, which is kind of what I thought it would do as well. Verifying the game because I don't have the drag version. Okay. Let's try exciting the thing here. Let's now try actually using that drag car, because we never actually saw what it does on the quarter mile. And if you don't know what I mean by the hot air intake, let me quickly show you. A little whoopsie toodle, say. There's actually a few whoopsie toodles, but this one's probably the bigger one. I'm not going to complain too much, but I think the problem here is the fact that the devs are putting too much money into new content and not giving us things like tire wear. No, the van is kind of slow. Yeah, I thought so. So they did like a 10 point something. Let's try doing it the other way around. Let's see if the AI actually knows how to drag a car. I just did an 8-second. Let's see what they do. Yes, Black Bears, it is. You know what? They may not have had NOS on, to be honest. I don't know if NOS knows how to even turn that on. Okay, we're doing pretty well. I'm going to do this again without NOS and see whether the times match. I did an 8.8 and they did a 9.4, so I am faster. Let's retry with the same foe. Go to their vehicle, turn NOS on. I'm going to turn NOS off. Damn it. There we go. Okay. Very sloppy on the launch. Even with nitrous. Oh, there they go! Almost. Oh, yeah, they pipped us at the post. So I'm only a little bit faster than they were. Wait, did I just beat them? I can't actually see the screens from here. I'm gonna go back and have a look at those screens. They might still be illuminated. But I don't really know how they work. Oh my god, just go in a straight line, for God's sake. Damn it, it's cleared. You got a 9.2, they got a 9.4. Ah, okay. Thank you there, Epic Demand. What's written on the back of the van? Oh, yeah, it's like, always in time for soccer practice. Also, here's another, little mistake that they've made. This is spelt with a G instead of a C. I'm a stickler for spelling, I'm sorry. The Beam team should give you money. Also, I'm playing Beam whilst watching your stream. Hey, that rhymed. I don't think they're ever going to pay me. I don't even think they want me in the creator program, to be honest. I thought the time was a little bit closer than what he was saying. I got a 4:27, they got a 4:43, so I did just beat them. Even though it did look like they were in front of me. They should try the V8 supercharged config of the van at the very bottom. What? I should try. I already did try that. Oh, you mean drag racing it? Can I abandon this? I can. Okay, let's bring out the drag version. Sorry, the street version. Maybe the Piccolina does have correct times because of extended frame. I would agree if this worked like a game. So yeah, no, that does make sense. If it was real life though, they use a, I think a laser or something to break the, to break a beam, or maybe, I don't know, something like that. Let's now try going up against the drag van, them driving it, with me turning the nitrous on for them. I could also try the race version as well, but I think this will do. This is going to be the last thing I do. Come on, I've said that I'm going to end like 5 times in a row now. Okay, let's see if they can get closer to my time. I think I did like a 9.4. So, I got the better launch, but they seem to have slightly higher top speed than me. Yeah, they suck. Wait, you could make the AI use the NOS? Did I not activate it? I think I did. Oh, maybe I didn't. Yeah, it stays on. Alright. Let's double check. Yep, still on. Oh, they're much faster this time. NOS is still on. Are they in first gear going 2k RPM? Wait, the NOS isn't activating. Oh. So the NOS doesn't work. Alright. Poop. That's weird. To replace their car with mine. And then tried to move me back to where my car would have been. I have never seen that glitch before, and I think that is exploitable. I wonder if... How can I exploit that? I think I have an idea for a speed run. Kind of like the old speed run that I did that used a glitch. Might try that again. So what are we doing? We're ending the stream, god damn it. Anyway, that is the poo update. Sorry, I mean the new update. As I thought, pretty mid. Love your content, keep it up. Thank you, Debar. Thank you for being here, Craft Gamer. I should go to sleep. Yeah, I know. It's 3:45 a.m. It's pretty darn late. Subaru fan, yes, you did miss it. I'm sorry. Why is it mid? Because they added some content. Personally, I'm not a big off-road fan. I enjoyed making my own thing, but I don't enjoy other people's off-road stuff. It just... Off-road doesn't interest me. And this minivan is more like a mid-van. I don't know, I just don't like transversely mounted things when they don't need to be. But that's a personal preference. It's really not that mid. Still no tire wear, no aero rework. Collisions still have a long way to go. Bye, Brandon as well. It's not mid? Oh, wow. Wait, are you guys saying that it's not mid, it's actually worse? It's subpar? Okay. Yeah, I can go with that. I wonder what people will do with the minivan. I don't know. I might make an F1 mod for this. If I do, I'll probably stream it over on Twitch and then make it into a video. We'll see. I got on you for insulting the Covet yesterday, and now I'm getting on you for insulting the minivan. Sure, I actually don't have a problem with the Covet. That was just kind of like a way to set up introducing the mod. The tractor tires have brought my monster widgeon to a whole new level. That sounds like an issue. Oh, just as good as any other update. I've been having performance issues with my game in the last couple of months. I was hoping that maybe there might be something for that, but it seems that they've not put it in the patch notes. Atlanta Steve, yes, you've gotten here for the end. Thanks for another great stream, Phil. And
Global warming.
hey, thanks for following me over on
Corporate
Twitch.
America.
Yanks, happy 4th of July. Yes, happy 5th of July, because that's what it is currently. Haha, you missed it. I'd rather not get DMs, but I suppose I'll let you do that. If you do it now, I'll even show it on stream, but only just this once. Hopefully the legacy engine sounds will still be around for a while longer. The old V6, absolutely my favorite for sure. Yeah, don't they keep outdating mods by getting rid of the old stuff? Knowing that most people use it, and what they should do is have the old stuff and just add new stuff along with it. Even if it's not as good, outmoding the mods is a bit of a dick move. Especially since I believe that the audio sounds are locked away and you can't do anything with it. Which is really shitty. Maybe if they released it as a mod, so then you can take it, or like release it as a separate thing, so you can take those files and put it in, since they're no longer using it. Or am I thinking of, actually I might be thinking of Assetto Corsa there. You reckon there's going to be a big update in 03? Okay. I really hope they get around to tire wear. I like the mods, but having it like native in there, especially also if it looks like they might be moving towards native multiplayer, maybe. That would be big. I would forgive so much if they did that. I should be a dev? Hell no. I am not that good. Like, I know how to work a lot of things, but not everything. And there's a lot I don't know. I'm also I wouldn't say I'm no good at Blender. I'm not actually very good at Blender. Just like Moye said, devs are teasing us for the mega update. I wonder what that will be. Okay, then. I will wait to see that, then. You sent it. Thank you for allowing me. Okay, let's have a look. Ah, that's what you meant. I will be looking for that on the repository. If I do a video on the new update, it will be coming out next week. I have already recorded all of this week's videos. I try to give my editor as much leeway as possible so then he can get to and do things really quickly. You know, the Beam has developed a lot with the minimum RAM specs grew from 8 GB to 32. That's probably also just poor optimization. But wait, did they actually say that the minimum is 32? That doesn't sound right. Specs. Where are specs? Oh, here we go. Minimum. No, minimum is 16. Recommended is 32. That is a lot. That is excessively high. But I also find it funny that, like, the recommended graphics card is very old and very middle of the field. The CPU on the other side, that's fairly high, and that's pretty darn high. The recommended, though, that's a fairly old one with a Core i3. Okay. Somebody sent me a friend request. I'm sorry, I don't accept friend requests on Steam. I know it's a bit of a... like, some people may not like that, but I like to keep my friends list very streamlined. I don't like having to look through things for a long time. Revisit the Tyrell with your now improved skill? Is that the 6-wheel one? I don't think there's much more to do to that one apart from remake it entirely as a BeamNG standalone mod, which I don't think I have the time to do. I mean, you can still play with 8 GB of RAM. I think you would struggle a lot. PC parts are really expensive in my country. I don't think I'll upgrade in a while. Fair enough, Bernardo. I understand that entirely. No, you shouldn't, Craft Gamer. I don't even know why I accepted that other person. I don't like getting DMs. You know what, Crafter? You actually seem very persistent. Send me it once. Just DM it to me right now. I will give you a free pass. But as you can see, it could become a problem if a lot of people are like, hey, can I send you this? Can I send you this? Can I send you this? Say like you, where you keep asking me over and over again and filling up the chat. I will probably make it into a hard rule in the future. Have they announced the winners of the mod contest yet? I don't think that's meant to be that quick, is it? Let's play some music. Oops. Why are you not playing? There we go. Submissions open from now until then. The winners will be determined by a jury. We'll be announcing the winners on the 17th of July. So that is nearly 2 weeks away. You got plenty of time. That is a long time to deliberate, though. Maybe they're expecting a lot of mods. I don't know how many actually got submitted. I'm guessing there's probably a buttload of automation mods being submitted. You should go back to modding specifically Blender. Cool. You like the new try screechy sound? I will say that that is a one that I approve of. I wonder if this one has a jacked up door as well on the driver's side. This one does open more. Okay. Maybe it was just like a weird spawn that happened with the car earlier? I'd love if there was like a button here to press on the rear there, which would like flip, fold up seats, kind of like what happens on some SUVs. That'd be cool. You're sick as hell right now, Black Bears? Fair enough. I'm sorry to hear. Robo Ninja? Welcome, but you've come at the end. You thought the ones that got added were winners? Never mind, I'm not. No. These are ones that they've worked on for a while now. If you go follow them on Twitter, they will occasionally put up spoilers there. You wanted a Moab bomb mod? I'm making one for you at the moment. Okay. Craft Gamer sent me a DM. Did you? You know what? I might have you blocked. If you've DM'd me in the past, when you shouldn't have, I probably blocked you. Taskry sounds are in common, so they are applied to every vehicle with tires. Is there vehicles without tires? The heavy-duty ones, for example, Buster tires, are different. Fair enough. I think they run their own tires for the bus and the T series. I think they are yeah, they're not in common. Rubber Ninja, you're so happy? Can you move the armrests up and down? No. There are no nodes around them. Ah, well. Now, I shouldn't poo-poo too much, like, these mods that they've done, way better than what I would do. I'm a lot more slapdash trying to get the mods done quickly so I can release the video on time sort of thing. But, I don't know, I expect a higher quality from them. Oh, okay. Let's try again. Nope, I still don't see your message come through. You must have DM'd me at the wrong time. Unless you haven't sent me a message already. We have a minivan and the armrests are movable. Are you saying... Oh, you're one in real life. I thought you were saying that somebody had made a mod with movable things. That'd be cool. Kind of. You're very good at modding. I am okay at modding. Phil, go to sleep. Yeah, I know, right? I should really be going to sleep. No need to keep him up. Yep, I'm going to go now. Thank you, everyone, for coming. We did banging numbers today. I think we're up to like 140 and hung there for quite a while. This was a very successful stream. Thank you, everybody. And the 125 likes, that is very much appreciated. Go check me on Twitter. Go check out my IRL channel. I'm really needing to do a new video on that car, but we're going to do that as well. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. But for now, that's it. I have to press one button and scroll really quickly to the other one. Let's see if I can do this quickly. 3, 2, 1, go. Huh! I did it. I'm so proud of myself. You know what? This list is also probably out of date. Good night. Oh wait, I didn't do the actual goodbye. Goodbye. That hurt my throat a lot. I regret doing that now.